continuous integration. So initially, like there are some prerequisites to complete that continuous integration. So for that purpose, we need GitHub, and then Git should be installed locally, and then we should have like a Jenkins, and we should have like a console like AWS console. So can I explain that CA
Yeah, yeah.
continuous integration? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so like in real time scenario, so like log into the AWS, and we need to uh, go and choose the server through free tiers. So currently, like for learning purpose, we are using that free tier option. In that, we can select like Ubuntu, or we can send to OS, anything depending upon your requirements. Then once you have selected the EC2 instance, and once the instance is up and running fine, then next step is that we need to log in uh, with the sudo privilege. So once you logged in to the sudo, then next step is that you need to download uh, Jenkins. So for that, like there is a URL called jenkins.io. There, like if you go there, there is some you'll very well find out the package that needs to be installed. Just once you need to copy that link, and you need to go to that server. There you need to give the command like wget followed by the that link, and once you press enter, then this package will be downloaded to your host. Then if you give the command list command, ls command,
Hmm.
okay, you will come to know that. Before that, prerequisites is that before installing Jenkins, we need to install Java. Some like currently like the Jenkins IO has the package as Java. So you can either you can download from there. Otherwise, you need to install like latest Java. So currently, like I'm using the Java version like Java 1.8, and you can select as the Java requirement. So you need to install the Java. So once you install the Java, then you need to set the environmental variables. Okay, so that environmental variables comes under bash underscore profile. So there you need to go and set the environmental variables for the Java alone. So once you set that, then you need to use the wget command and download the package. Once you download the package, then you need to install. And once like Jenkins is installed, like you need to start the Jenkins. Normally it will be the Jenkins will be in the down mode, so you need to start the Jenkins. So after starting the Jenkins, then you need to like go to a URL with that public IP of the EC2 instance. Just you put the IP in the URL followed by the 8080 port. Normally, like Jenkins like listen to the 8080 port. So once you give that, then that Jenkins page will be open. There, like it will be giving one link. So you need to copy that, and you need to go to that server and put like cat on that ID.
Hmm.
Then you will get the ID. You need to go and paste it. So then it will allow you go to inside there. It will ask for the uh, admin privilege. So you need to set the credentials for the admin, followed by the password, and then the next option will come like custom or something like that. It's custom plugins. So there, like it will start installing the plugins for the Jenkins.
Okay.
So once the plugins is installed, then you'll be able to log into the Jenkins console.
Yeah.
So this part, like for Jenkins installation.
Hmm. After.
Yeah. And before, like
Hmm.
suppose if you need to run any project. Okay,
Hmm.
so if you plan to run any Maven project, or any free sale project or any pipeline projects or something like that. Okay, so your document which you are sent, it's like a Maven project. So for Maven project, uh, Maven is nothing but the build tool. So for that, you need to install the plugins of the Maven. So if you go to the some global configurations in that, then there'll be plugins that needs to be downloaded. So for Maven, you need to install Maven Invoker, and there is another plugin I forgot. There are two plugins: Maven Invoker and
Okay, okay.
Maven.
So
Forget the
there's
plugin.
the plugins you install after that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I need to install the plugins.
Mm-hmm.
So once after the plugins has been installed, then if you come to the new project, then there'll be a options called Maven. Yeah, suppose if you're not installing the plugins, you won't be able to see the Maven option. So first, for any project, you need to install. If it is a Maven project, you need to install the plugins of the Maven. So once the Maven has been installed in the plugins in the Jenkins, then you need to set the variables, environmental variables for the Maven also. For that, you need to go to the /bash underscore profile. There you need to go and set the Maven also, environmental variable for Maven also. Once after setting that, you need to come to the Jenkins. So there, if you go to the new project and select the Maven, then there'll be more options listed out. In that, you need to first option would be the Git. Okay, so is a SEM. So you need to pull the pom.xml. So this file will be created by the developer. So developer, what they will do, they will they will write the code and push the code to the GitHub. And being a DevOps engineer, so we need to get the path of that GitHub. So normally the GitHub will be will if it is a real time company, then it would be the private, and if it is normally for learning purpose, it will be the public. So we will be having the access of the GitHub. So in that, that pom.xml file would be there. So just we need to mention that particular link of the GitHub. Then after that, you need to go to the Maven. There you need to give the path of the Maven. So like I told that we have installed the plugins. So we can either run to the plugins also. Otherwise, we need to download the Maven from the URL. So for Maven also, there is you need to Google for the Maven. There'll be the vendor page for the Maven. So there you need to go and same like wget command followed by the you need to copy the link of that Maven package, and you need to uh, untar the file. Once after untar, you need to install. So it would be installed in the directory under bin or /mvn. So this path has to be set in uh, the Jenkins configuration. So once after that, then you need to declare so what type of install. So if you give the clean install, clean package installs like that, and for manual running of that, then you need to go. You need to apply this one, and you need to run that job. So once after running the job, so this Maven will build the code, and then it will create the artifacts. So that would be the dot var or .jar. So if it is like Java related, then it would be .var file, and then the var file will be created, and this var file we need to deploy in the web server. So normally for continuous integrations, so these are the steps we need to follow.
Nice. So have you completed this one? Now, anyone complete another one also? Venu, have you completed?
Ram, I completed the continuous integration. Actually, what happened since like I am using the
Okay,
AWS
is this
console,
also good if you are share the screen and you can explain now?
what happened?
That will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
also
So
helpful for you.
definitely, definitely. So what I will do, right? That's
Hmm.
why, like I already created and tested, and it was working fine. Okay. So what happened?
Hmm.
Since for costing purpose, I already deleted it. Okay. So that servers for continuous integration and continuous deployment, I
Hmm.
deleted it. Okay. So I need to like once again create this. So
Yeah,
by
and if
tomorrow,
you have
by
need
tomorrow,
any help, then you can ask the question in the group also. I'm also available there, so I will also see. Then definitely I will also try to help you. Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. Sure, sure,
So,
sure.
but complete this one immediately. Then we can start the next process also. Okay.
Definitely, definitely.
So if anyone complete the project, you can share the screen. You can explain how to you make this. Then it's benefit for you only, no?
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
why I'm telling. So share the
Normally,
screen.
normally, like first time if they install Jenkins or something, like they will
Mhm.
get some errors. Okay, uh, so
First
like
time they are asking some password also, long password. So that time
yes,
you
yes,
have to run some commands also. In I think in directly if you're going with the EC2 AWS EC2, then I think there is some command we have to use. No, I think sudo cat something like this.
yeah, yeah. Sudo cat or otherwise you can put like yeah, same only. So you can put cat and followed
Hmm.
by that command. So if you put that, it will give for the one key. So that one you need to copy and paste while logging to the Jenkins first time.
And Monia Gupta, you are fresher, I think. Na? So morning you can join the class. Morning is classes started for free class.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That
Hmm.
is for AWS only for now.
DevOps, AWS both.
Okay. Here I have one doubt. Okay. When everybody talks about the CI/CD pipeline, all of that, a term is used which is artifactory. What
Hmm.
is it exactly? I never understood that term.
What?
If somebody can. Artifactory.
So,
Artifacts are created
As
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As per my knowledge, so artifacts is nothing but like bundling the code with the libraries. So that is called artifacts. So what like normally the developer they will write a code and that code will be pushed to the GitHub. So being the DevOps engineer, we need to use this project, okay, and you need to bundle that code with some dependencies. That is called artifacts. The same artifacts will be deployed in the web server.
Okay. And has it anything to do with the Docker or something?
Yeah, 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 definitely. So here, that is depends on the environment. Okay, so you can run the CI/CD pipeline with either with Jenkins or through Docker or through definitely Jenkins is required. Okay, for the
Mhm.
continuous integration and Docker normally for containerization purpose. So if you go slowly, then you'll understand about the containerization. So there, you will run the server in a container, the application also. So for that they will use Docker. So better utilization of the environment. For that purpose, they will use Docker, and we use Ansible also for configuration management. So this is depends upon the companies and project, but I do believe most of the companies use Docker, Ansible, and Kubernetes for the deployment purpose.
Okay. Yeah.
Answer to your first question, Moina.
Hmm.
Actually, for means packaging source code, we will use means for packaging Java source code, we will use Maven. For Python, different tools will be there.
Yeah.
So, dot class file will be created when we will build the code. Dot class file will be created, and that source code will be packaged in the form of artifact. Means dot var or jar file will be created,
Hmm.
and that file it will be build. Means yeah, depends on the project. It will build the image out of that jar or var file, and that we will push to the artifactory. Means it is like a repository only, like we are using GitHub to push source code, right?
Yeah.
So same like that way, we will push our artifact over there, means in artifactory, and their tagging also will be done. So that suppose if again source code will be changed, and developer has made some changes, again artifact will be created. And if there is some error, then we can pull, means Jenkins will pull, roll back to the previous artifact also there. So it will be saved there for use for from there it will go to the Jenkins, and deployment also will be done with the help of
Oh,
that.
yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, can I ask one more
actually,
question? Yeah.
yeah, actually, the Artifactory is what Jyoti is referring. The
Hmm.
Artifactory refers to the Docker Hub, JFrog, so all this like
Okay.
Artifactory.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is the
Amazon also they have their
yes,
own artifactory, ECR, we call it ECR. Yeah.
correct. So this like these are the place where we save or store the artifacts is called artifact.
Okay, okay, yeah. This is what I wanted to ask. What tools do we use? So it may be Docker Hub or ECR, anything.
Correct, correct.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Even also like I am learning with you people. Okay, so there might be some wrong in that also while I'm explaining. So if
No,
anything wrong, you
no.
can yeah. Mhm.
Actually, somebody in the group sent a project which was from Sandeep Das YouTuber. So it was creating an image and saving it in the ECR. So that
So
artifactory they
that task
used.
anyone complete? Docker image and
Yeah, yeah. It was the latest one. I did it, I think, this Sunday only.
so can anyone share that how you do this?
Yeah, even I have that opened in my application, that pipeline. Can I share?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
please.
that instance is running for you. Let
So
me
what
share
is
it.
the process? You can also share how to start this one.
Yeah, I don't remember, but there is a actually document he has given. We can go through that directly how they
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
created.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
let me share.
documents go through. That's why I share the
Yeah.
video, because if you can't do this, then you can use this videos also. That will help.
Okay, let me share. So, is my screen visible?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
visible.
Okay. Here it goes. So what we are doing, we are trying to build a Docker image,
Mm-hmm.
creating like for example, he has a simple application. Any application can be created.
Mm-hmm.
So through the Jenkins pipeline, they are creating a Docker image and they're pushing it to ECR. Okay, to save. So first, Jenkins was installed. 1 minute. Let me open this link again. And so, shall I go through the Jenkins and this installation? Yeah, let us go through it actually. So, what was done? A AWS EC2 instance was launched and was connected. I connect to it through SSH, through Git Bash UI. After that, up till here, they are just connecting. Uh, so, here they are downloading the instance. First, we are updating our Linux sudo yum update. Then they are getting running this command for Jenkins repo wget command, and they're importing a key yum upgrade they are doing. After that, install Jenkins. Java is installed first because Java is required to run Jenkins. After that, Jenkins is installed and it is enabled and started. Okay. At this step, we are checking the status of the Jenkins. Now what happens, since our Jenkins is installed, we will go to the public IP colon 8080 mark URL to check. So we will have to unlock the Jenkins. So what you have to do, in the earlier discussion we were discussing, right? There is a key to give. So that key to Jenkins, to unlock Jenkins, is stored here at this path hash slash where share slip. So we will go to our command prompt or git bash,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then we will do cat, and we will write this command. So the key will come up on the screen that we have to copy and continue.
Mm.
It will ask us to create a new user for to
Yes.
use. Okay, so this will be creating any email ID you can give. It is not verifying. After that, yeah, actually, when we log in, it will give us options to install the suggested plugins. We generally prefer to go with suggested plugins. We will install them, and this is our main dashboard, Jenkins dashboard coming up. If I have the Jenkins also open, sorry, 1 minute, in which tab it is? Jenkins Docker build pipeline. Yeah, actually my steps failed. So this is my Jenkins one. Yeah. Okay, inside that I went to manage Jenkins. Before that, I have to install Docker in my application. Okay, so we will again go to this. Not yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute. So we will. This is the first step. We have done the Jenkins installation. Now we are going to do the Docker installation on our system. So there are again predefined. Am I going too fast or slow? Is it fine for you guys?
No, it's fine.
Okay,
Actually, first
okay.
you have to
That's
do the
understood.
task also, but fine. There is a not for pressure. So task is the we have to make the Docker image and we have to deploy.
We have to
Mm.
store it to the ECS. We call it ECS. ECS is the artifact.
Yes, yeah.
ECR. Yes, ECR. So what we are doing for that, first we are installing Jenkins and Docker on our system, right? So here the installation steps are there.
So you're
Again,
using the same host, right, for installing the Docker or separate host?
no, I'm using the same
Okay.
host. Single Linux AMI machine.
Okay.
AMI I'm using. Sudo yum update, then Amazon Linux install Docker. Then we are starting the Docker service. That's it. And then we are adding our EC2 user because I'm a EC2 user, right? So to our Docker group. This is there in the, I think, slash etc slash group file. There it is stored. We are adding a single user to the Docker group. And this is it. Now let us go to the next steps. This is the same step. We are adding our Jenkins user to Docker group because we are going to use Jenkins user, right? Then we are restarting the Jenkins services, reloading the daemon, restarting the Docker services. After that, we are installing the Git because I have to fetch that project from the Git repository.
Mhm.
After that, AWS ECR repo in AWS. So we have to create. I think this is my Amazon. Amazon, yes. I created one repository. Let me log in.
And this task is important because every some companies they asking this task. Okay, because I got this task also for interview
Oh,
purpose.
so they ask steps or they are asking you to
They
just
are sending you one task related type, and you have to complete this task.
okay.
So actually, most of the company they ask these questions. I got also in mail this task, so that's why I shared you on how to make this.
Okay. Here I come to ECR, and once you do create repository, you have to do nothing. Simple steps are there. You will create a repository. I created this to get the commands. I mean, for the if you want to see what commands do we need to push our image, these are the commands. View push commands. These are created in Jenkins pipeline so that we are going to see further. Okay. Then we go next. After that, IAM role is created, and that IAM role is created with EC2 container registry full access, and it has been attached to EC2 instance. So what is done? We'll go to IAM. Is it fine how I am telling, or do we need to
No, no,
short up?
it's fine.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, so I have created one role. What is was that role? 1 hour ago. We are creating roles, right? Yeah. EC2 full access Jenkins. I think this one, yeah. ECR registry full access EC2. So I have given this access to this role, okay. And I went to my EC2 server, EC2, which is running for with the Jenkins, like that server which is running EC2. And inside it, instance is running. I have to go to Mumbai region, Pacific. Okay, inside that we have these options in security or in networking. In security, we have to option to add or modify a IAM role. So I have attached my IAM role here. Okay, this one is my attached role. I already did it. So after that, we come to our steps. Now the main thing happens with the continuous integration part. We are trying to create a pipeline, and this is the pipeline code. So they have explained it. Let me go to my pipeline dashboard, and this is my pipeline configure. So I'm trying to pick it up from the GitHub project. This is a project URL code being given. This is from that the person, the YouTuber has given that code. Here the project exists, and it has been scheduled. It was scheduled to run for each and every 1 minute with Paul SCM I have used. And after that, this the script goes like this. This is a declarative pipeline, right? So we will try to understand from here. Pipeline agent, it is running on any agent. So they have created some environment variables. Environment variables are created because this is kind of a generic pipeline, right? So if we go to the ECR and see their push commands,
Hmm.
ECR lasting container registry. 1 minute. We'll see those commands. We are trying to create those commands using these environment variables. Okay, so first command is retrieve the authentication token and authenticate your Docker client to your registry. We're trying to authenticate our client to the registry. Where is my chat? I'll go to this command from here only. It is easy to understand. So here, this is our account ID. Account ID is this one. This one is our account ID, this number. So here in my pipeline, if you see, when I have given the environment variable, this is my account ID, okay? Then our default region, this is our default region. So I've assigned it here. Then image repo name. Image repo name means the repository, ECR repository, which I have created. Jenkins pipeline build demo. Okay, this is the one. Image tag I'm giving latest, and repository URL is created using this AWS account ID. See, this is the one. This is my this is so AWS account ID dot dkr dot ecr dot our region. So this is how they have created it. Okay. Now in stages, if we go, I'll go through here. What they are trying to do first, they are trying to log into AWS ECR. The steps are a script has been written. This is, I think, this is the shell script sh. So this command has been given. This is the complete command, which is which is here. AWS ECR get login password everything. Okay. This is the same command using our variables, reason and all. After that, they are trying to clone the git. So I think these are predefined steps. I did not understood them much. This is a checkout step, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. If somebody can help me to understand after this, yeah. I did not
Yeah,
understand.
good practice.
Yeah. And this is now they are trying to build a Docker image, because if we see this project, right, if I try to go to that URL, in that project, a Docker image has been written, that .docker file we write,
Hmm.
right?
Mm.
So they are using that. We have already uh, installed that Jenkins Docker plugin in Jenkins. So using the Docker plugin, we are just creating docker.build and image repository name. This is what they are trying to create. Repository name is given and the tag is given as latest. So Jenkins build demo image is created. And now they are trying to upload that Docker image to AWS ECR. Let us go again here. See, either I think you can use this command or they have used this Docker plugin command. I'm not sure how we will use this command. I haven't used it. Now, after build complete, tag your image so you can push the image to this repository and run the following command to push the image. Okay, here we are tagging it and here we are pushing it. So these two commands they have written in this format. I mean using the environment variables. This is Docker tag command and this is Docker push
Yeah.
command.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so this is done. When it was done, I was getting an error. Let me show you my Jenkins. Okay, I applied and save and let me go to dashboard. What errors I was, where is this my build history? Yeah. So this was happening, it was failing at the first step only and first steps logs if we see, right? 1 minute. 1 minute, sorry. It failed 4 times for me. I'll give you the reason also what I did. Got permission denied while trying to connect to Docker daemon socket. So there I think permission denied was error was given. For that I had done something. Let me uh,
Mm.
how do we increase the size here? Control plus, yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
1 minute. Okay, here the Git and everything is installed. Linux to login succeeded. Yeah, so when I checked, I was asked to have the check the permissions for this ls-la, this Docker star. So I had these permissions. They asked me to 1 minute. No, no, this user was asked to add, and the permissions were modified. If you
Okay.
see, they asked me to check if the Docker group is added in the etc group. Okay, I'm
Mm.
using this grep command, so it was already there,
Mm.
no problem. Then also it was not working, right?
Yeah.
After that they asked me to modify the, what do you call, access or something we do, right? To modify the access to a file. After that I have to restart the services, sudo service docker restart.
Mm.
And then I have done, I think, uh, see, I add, no, Monia does not. Jenkins, I added this group actually again. I was doing as a testing purpose because 4 times my build failed. Then I restarted Docker. Then I restarted Jenkins. After that, it worked actually. 1 minute. And I restarted.
Mm.
I checked the daemon reload and I restarted Docker again. 2 3 times I did that after changing the access to that docker.sock file.
Okay.
After that, it started working. So that was the problem I was getting.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So
Almost
that
you have
was
completed. Right now, facing only error.
no. This is completed. The my last build was succeeded.
Yeah, it's nice. So anyone also can do this. Hello. Because this task, if you are giving for interview when you are applying, this task definitely they will send you. So that's why it's very important task. So that's why I shared the related videos also, that how can you make this. Okay, so everyone try this one. And I think you right now you understand also, okay, how to make this. Not
Hmm.
only share the videos also, that's also helps. And also try
Yeah.
to set the read also CI/CD pipelines and Git and Docker. CI/CD pipeline materials already I send you. I think if you are available in the Telegram, Monia, you are available in Telegram, right?
Yeah, I am available, but actually, CI/CD pipeline, there are a lot of things being shared.
Hmm.
So even I have to figure out again what projects you were asking to complete. Is that multi-tier application you sent out in the start?
Okay, fine. Do one thing. I will
Yeah.
share today once again, one by one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but try to do this because they are messaging so much time. So sometimes the message is upwards, so you can't see. Okay. So
Hmm.
tomorrow the timing 10 a.m. you can active. That time I will send you. Okay. So you know this
Okay.
time I will send. So that time you
Hmm.
can pick up the
Yeah,
all
I'll
links
copy them and
hmm,
put it in my personal
and keep
space.
them. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, there are so much things, real-time projects. After that, CI/CD pipeline materials, interview questions, Kubernetes notes also. Okay, so I will share one by one. Okay, and try to copy all of you because I think again they were asking that where is the link, where is the Kubernetes
Hmm.
notes.
Yeah.
So
Monia, what error you were getting that regarding Docker?
This is this one. 1 minute. Actually, I was trying to connect to Docker daemon socket, right? So I permission was denied. So that's why I modified the permission for this docker.sock file
Okay, means with
and
ch
chmod.
okay.
And then actually the problem was I did it at the first time only, but I did not restart the Jenkins. Sometimes I start Docker, so I have to restart Jenkins, Docker, daemon, everything. 2 3 restarts I did. After that it started to work.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, shall I stop sharing?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
So everyone have to complete this task. Okay, and I will share you the
Okay,
again
I have
links.
one more question. Do we need to ask, have any like a lot of knowledge about ECR, or is it just a repository, and how this
Hmm.
has been used in this project? That is the
Yeah, yeah.
like this knowledge will be enough. How to
No,
have
No,
you
come?
need to explore more. That's not enough.
Okay.
just we will push our means image, whatever images we have created, those images we will push to the ECR. Means it
Yeah.
is like a repository.
Hmm. Yes.
Nothing much about that. They won't ask much about that. And from there, we Jenkins will pull latest image which we have created, and that will be deployed.
So it will override the previous image, previous Docker image.
No, 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 it won't overwrite. It will means tag the image. Means we can roll back to our previous image also. Means suppose latest one is not working and previous one was working. How we will means in GitHub, how we can roll back to the previous version. Same way we can roll back. Means latest she was using their latest, right?
Yeah.
Latest is the tag which we are using in means for deployment. So latest
If
one it
we
will
if we build again the same image, then what will happen?
if code is changed automatically, it will
Yeah,
build
if we
another
do
one more
some,
image.
it will build another image with different name or same name.
No, it will be different. If code is different, it will be different,
The
and
image is
their
different, but
tagging will be
tagging
done.
is same or tagging is
Tagging will be
different.
different. Tagging will be different.
But we are using environment variable and we are passing latest, so it will be same.
No, no, it will be different. Means tagging will be done there at ECR.
Means we need to tag every time. when we to build.
I think there some configurations will be there in ECR. It will automatically tag there. I too don't know how the tagging will be done there, but it will be done.
Ammonia, how many images you will get in ECR repository?
Actually,
When you do build again, what will
I
happen?
created only one, but you know what I have done? I think my Jenkins and everything is open. If you want, we can try some, experiments. If anybody want, we can do it here only to clear our doubts. Let me share my screen again because when this question was asked, even I don't know much. So, okay, let me share again. When this question was asked, what I did, I went to. Do you guys see my screen? I went to Jenkins, and in the configuration I changed my tag to latest one. Okay, I just changed the name. Okay, and then I built that project again. 1 minute, here we go. So if you go to build history, I created it just now, 1 minute 25 seconds. And if I go to my EC2, I see that the two tags are created, latest and latest one. Now I don't know what is happening here, but these two images are there because there they mention specifically that no changes. Somewhere they mention. No, they have not mentioned.
Yeah, images are same because we didn't change anything in Docker file. So that's why image should be
Okay.
same. We only change tag name. That is latest to latest one.
Okay.
So means every time we need to tag manually. This was my question.
What I am thinking, I am not at all sure, but I think how I'm giving, latest. So if we are trying to do it in some real time or something, they must be giving either some timestamp or like image for app one with timestamp or something. Every time the tag will change. I'm assuming something like this might happen. Any idea, everyone? So the tag would change every time.
It is showing latest and latest
One.
one,
Yeah,
right?
just now I changed that tag to latest one actually. That's why.
Okay, that's why it is
Yeah.
showing. And suppose you have made some changes in GitHub, then I think it will means it will change tag. I think
Yeah,
means we have
probably.
done some changes no in
Hmm.
GitHub repository. So
I
image also will change.
correct,
It
correct.
will build another image, one more image it will build, and it will push to the
But we are
that
using
ECR.
same, but we are passing parameter for tagging. That is same. So I think even if we
Might
do
be
some
at
change in the Docker
ECR
file,
level, it will change something time, like Moina said, no?
yeah,
That
might be something
there
that we
some
told. Yeah.
setting.
You can, if
Yes.
I'm not sure, but this should happen. That's what I'm assuming. Because
Once
in
open your ECR repo.
ECR repo, this is the repo.
Okay. Have you configured here something regarding means for tags?
No,
Nothing, right?
no. Tag
Automatically it does, I
immutability is
think.
disabled. I don't know if tag immutability what feature is. Maybe it's.
Mm-hmm.
Let us try to create one more repository. I think image scan settings, encryption setting, enable tag to prevent image tag from being overwritten. I think this we need to enable to get images every time it
Yes.
is later. Probably, yeah. And then the encryption setting. There are no, very
No.
difficult options. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, Monia, thank you.
Hmm.
The error which you are getting related to Docker is because everything Jenkins, whatever it does with user Jenkins. A Jenkins user should be the part of the Docker group. That's why you are getting
Hmm.
that error.
Huh, I added and then I added that group. Modified the permission of Docker sock file and then I restarted Jenkins daemon Docker. Then
Yeah,
it
alternative
worked.
is that you can direct run Docker commands through master machine, Jenkins machine. If commands will run, definitely a pipeline also run.
Okay.
Means like if you want to run any Ansible playbook, in that case, if you install Ansible, then you just check Ansible version and some Ansible command. If it is working, pipeline should also run.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, fine then. So tomorrow, which topic we can discuss? I will share the topic details. Hmm?
Okay.
We have to decide one particular topic, then we can discuss. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss in Git again.
Okay.
Hmm? Git with version control system, difference between Git and GitLab. Okay, real time also we will see the some projects also. Okay, and
I
we will
think
try to
it
complete the
we have
class.
discussed, you know.
Yeah, but real time we will discuss after now.
Uh, I have one question. Just now it stuck. When we are installing Jenkins, we are installing Java, right? Some Java 8 version or
Yeah.
something we are installing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we need to install two applications on Jenkins machine, we can do it, right, using two pipelines.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we are, using two Java machines with different versions?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible? I mean, it can be done or something, because if, for example, I'm installing Java 8 and I'm trying to create pipelines for Java 8 application and one more pipeline for Java 11 or Java 7, any different version of application, either upgraded or downgraded.
Mm-hmm.
So will it work, or is there any extra configuration, or would it be simple, like
It's going to work.
it's
Just
going
you need
to?
to yeah, it's just you need to expose the Java environment variables and you need to use it accordingly, like which application you want. Yeah, which one you want to run. For that, you need to use the different environment variable. For example, you need to set Java underscore home as a default for 1.8, and if you want one point like Java 10 also or whatever is that next version, you have to put like Java underscore home 10 or something, whatever. You need to set
Hmm.
the different variable and you need to use that environment variable in when you are going to build or when you are going to start the project. That's it. It's going to work. You can set up as much as Java environment you
Means every
like.
time we need to change the environment variables.
Yeah, just like for the to bring up the application or to build the application, you have to use the particular environment variable. That's it.
I think we can do one more thing, like we can add one more node where we can use another Java version and we can build the project through another node.
That is through slave and master node, I think you're telling,
Right,
right?
right.
Yeah. Okay. On same Jenkins machine, that would be the option. Okay. Now one stupid question. Where do we add the environment variables? I always listen to this word, but I don't understand where we add this. What is that configuration file? Where do we do that?
See, environment variable, like you need to set the path actually. So it's like whatever used in a Jenkins, right? Jenkins, you have set the environment. So that will be used for to build the Jenkins project. Whatever is there in some Jenkins stages, you'll be using those environment variables. Means you're exposing those variables in for the Jenkins build infrastructure. So if you want to build something in a Jenkins box, okay, you have some box, Jenkins box, Linux box. In that, you are building some project in locally as a master configuration, like master agent. If you want to build something, then you can expose it in a OS level. So if it's Linux OS, then you can expose that like path is equal to path colon export space path is equal to path colon whatever you're going to add the path. Actually, that is like if Java 8 is somewhere, you can add that. If Java 10 is somewhere, you can add that also. So Jenkins, that Linux would come to know, like these are the whatever you are going to build, no? So that is Java 10 or Java 8, whatever like that. So just you need to expose that variables. For example,
Okay.
export Java 10 is equal to uh, some path, and then you need to append that export path is equal to path colon Java 10, like that. So that
Okay.
the different approaches, okay, just you need to set in a
Hmm.
OS level.
Okay.
So it will take that. Only when if you are going to use inside the stages, for example, if it is required for the Jenkins stages in a pipeline level, then only
Hmm.
you need to expose inside the Jenkins script whatever you're writing as a environment variables. If you want to work outside that, for then you can expose in a OS level. So OS can use it and you can run the builds. And even Jenkins also, you can expose it in Jenkins also. If you are running inside the master node, that is optional for you. So there are different approaches.
Okay.
For example, like I think you might be exposing the Docker credentials in a Jenkins, right? So I didn't gone through your complete explanation. So I think you might be exposing the Docker credentials. Otherwise, you can't push that to the Docker ECR registry. So you need to expose somewhere the credentials, right?
Credentials, actually, I didn't expose, but I had given my account ID and all of that. Even
That's
I
what
did not
actually
put emphasis how it went regarding the credentials did not come into my
you might
mind.
have configured in the Jenkins credentials manager, right? Your credential ID.
Mm,
So
no.
just to go back and see, like you should expose that. Otherwise, you can't connect to the ECR registry and you can't push to that registry or you can't pull from that registry. That is a must. So once you configure the credentials, if you go to Jenkins pipeline, no. So if you are whatever you created, I can tell you that. If you show
One
that,
minute. Let me
yeah,
share and do that because I don't understand much what you are saying, but I
yeah,
get your point that credentials needs to be required to have access to our ECS repository, right? ECR.
correct. Yes, yes, ECR.
My pipeline goes something like. Array, 1 minute. This is one.
No, I want code actually Jenkins file for that.
I'm showing you that what I have written is pipeline script, right? That
Yeah,
one
pipeline
you
script.
want
Yeah.
to see. Yeah, configuration.
So okay, you're using here only in the build stage.
Yeah, this.
See, you have mentioned like AWS account ID is equal to 529476 something, right? And
Yeah.
AWS tag repository. So that is what you're using, right? Exposing that account ID. Then if you go down somewhere, you're using
Hmm.
AWS account ID. Somewhere,
Correct.
where
Those
it is?
steps are with me. 1 minute.
Yeah,
Okay, let me show it here only. AWS account ID. No, this is
yeah,
the one.
yeah. That is you're using the variable below somewhere with credentials or somewhere in
Yeah,
section. I don't
here
know.
we are logging into. Yes, here we are
Yes,
logging.
yes, you're using
This
that.
is my account ID dot dkr dot ecr dot. This is my region.
Yes.
Get login
So
password. Some script command is there, and then it is using Docker login. My username and AWS and my account ID as my password.
correct. That's what I
Okay.
mean. Like,
Yeah, got it.
so that you can
Every
expose in a
time
different approach. Yeah.
every time we will means like this only we will write our means, environment variables, or is there another way to expose
Yeah,
our
you can use the
environment?
option. You can use the options. Okay, there is another option like section. You can use the options. There you can expose the with credentials. So before that, you need to configure the credentials inside the Jenkins credential manager, and
Hmm.
then instead of environment, you can write options block. There you need to expose the environment. That's
Yeah.
different approaches. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, one more question. Generally, in real time, like if I see this is a
hmm
declarative pipeline, right? So,
correct.
do we use a scripted pipeline much or declarative pipelines much?
Honestly speaking, like in my real-time experience, I don't care about declarative or scripting. So
Okay.
mostly like whatever we need, I'll write like that. So which is a lot of stages. Like one stage might contain a lot of function calls. Okay, it's not like here you can see very simple. Like, but most of the people we don't want to use the one stretched continuous script. Okay, so for everything, like you're using logging to the .co registry, right? So for that, we are calling on function. So we are storing in a libraries, and we configure those libraries inside the Jenkins libraries. In Jenkins configure manager is there, so you can go there. There is a like environment you can set up global configurations, and there you will expose the libraries. Okay, in a GitHub repository somewhere you are pushing all these code definitions as a Groovy script, and whenever you whatever you're using is very simple actually, because you should not
Hmm.
configure this script inside the configuration here only. So
Okay.
you should give a like repository manager, like repository configuration is there in a Jenkins pipeline, where you have to give the repository like git whatever the repository where you put your scripts, all these things. So then what happens is whenever you kick off the job, it will pull those repositories, clone the repository, and then it start building the pipeline. So for that, we need to declare in the pipeline in the beginning of the stage, beginning first line at libraries. Inside, you need to specify the library defined in a Jenkins global configuration. You can see your global tool configuration is there, no? So
Okay.
here you need to configure the Jenkins libraries. Okay, if you search for not here, just search for library, search for a library. Yeah.
Nothing. Do I need to have
Yeah.
any extra plugin? Maybe.
Mm, here is there, no, your and Maven and all you added, right? So likewise, you need to add one more library here. I think plugin might be needed. So I did long back. So just
Yeah, yeah,
you,
yeah. Okay, this is the approach. This
I
is
don't.
I'm
Yeah.
listening to
So that's
first
how
time.
actually.
It is
Yeah,
interesting.
because bit configuration. I don't want to
Hmm.
go exactly the where the location is like. Actually, global tool configuration only configure tools,
Hmm.
their locations, and automatic installers. Okay. Security who allowed manage credentials. Go to configure system. Configure system. Click on
Where?
configure
Yeah,
system.
okay, this one.
Okay. I don't want to remember everything. Just I will do it whenever I need it.
Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah. So if you start remembering, it is very big. Just check here somewhere libraries.
Jenkins location, email address. Okay, you want me to search libraries? Yes, we
Yes,
have home
somewhere is there.
direct. No,
No, no,
this
go
is
down.
home directory
Yeah, go down.
and to global pipeline
Yeah, here
libraries.
you need to add. Yeah, you need to add here. So whatever the library name you can put. So which you are calling in the first line of the code, like at libraries, and you need to give uh, the library. What is there actually? Default version. The path
Well,
where you're configuring, like you're anyhow you're pulling the yeah version is fine. Anything you can put. It's not gonna ask.
okay.
And you need to put the path actually library name you put. So here git actually here
Source
project
code.
repository
Okay.
like that you
This
need to
here
configure.
I'll give my git and credentials. If of
Yeah,
course we are going
yeah,
to have a private one.
yeah.
Okay.
So
One more
honestly
thing.
speaking,
I
I
have a
don't have
list of.
much. I don't have much time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have make a nice presentation for you guys. I'll try to do it in future days because I'm busy
Okay.
all these days. So that can give
I
you
have
complete picture. Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question? I'm getting those questions.
Yeah.
Sorry. So the credentials, when we say, for example, if for testing I'm using my personal library, okay, and for example it is locked, okay, it is not public. So I will
Okay.
give my credentials. But in case of organizations, do they have particular, some
Yeah.
common
Organization.
credentials?
Yeah. Yeah. Organization basically like they will give you SSO. I don't know. Like it's be
Yes,
depending on
yes,
the
yes.
company.
SSO. I know in my
Yeah.
company
SSO.
SSO
Yeah.
is used.
Yeah.
Yeah,
SSO is there. So basically, we can't use our credential for
credentials.
any of
Correct.
the pipelines because it is secured for us only. In that case, they will create one is public SSO like internally, team
Hmm.
wise. They will give you one SSO which doesn't have any user. Okay, it's just
Hmm.
a ID, and for that you will be having like credentials for Git login, Jenkins login, everything. Okay,
Okay. 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 They will
so
have
that will
some.
be, yeah, that will be with the admins. Okay, DevOps admins, all this kind. Like for me, I had know that actually. So what
Okay.
we do
Okay.
is like in Jenkins,
Hmm.
we'll expose that credentials in a credential manager. So if you come and
Hmm.
ask me like, oh, which credentials should I use? Then I'll say like, oh, go to this
Credential
credentials.
manager. It is
So
there.
that's, but you don't know what is it credential. Just
Correct.
you'll
Correct.
use
Correct.
it.
I
I
think
can't see
here
here credentials, right?
manage
Here is there is
credentials.
no, not that one. Here in the left hand side where you're clicking manage Jenkins. No, here only credentials will be there options. I don't know why it
Okay.
is not there. Maybe you need to
Install that
install the
plugin again. Yeah.
plugins, or you don't know. Click on manage credentials. Click on
Manage
manage
this
credentials.
one.
Yeah.
Here I know every credentials will be there. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
item.
Basically that I think this got changed maybe. No, not here.
No,
This
add
your
something plus.
dashboard got
No.
no, no, no. It's not like that. Okay. Click on that one credentials. Okay. Where go to that credentials. Jenkins.
One minute.
Manage
One minute.
Jenkins.
Manage Jenkins. Manage credentials.
One moment. Click on that credential. Click on the credential. Jenkins. And you will get click on that. Click on that.
Adding some
Adding some
credentials.
credentials. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I will
Okay.
So yeah, you can add here credentials.
Okay.
So here you
SSH.
can, yeah, something you can configure credentials. Okay, like that.
Okay.
ID. That ID you can use it to expose in environment or else in a different way. Like it is vast actually. Looks Jenkins simple, but
yeah,
so
you
much.
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
what the what
Anything
Ask
else?
I said no
No.
regarding for this. Assignment task
But
Docker
I
is
really appreciate like
Kubernetes.
whatever you did
That is this.
for this task. It's really nice. If you have make some end-to-end complete stages or something presentation, and if you tell to these people, it's very nice for them. I'm honestly
Thank you.
happy with that. But people should put on effort, right? Like everyone, then only they can understand. Otherwise, just it's going to the meeting. Notes of a teacher enters into the notes of a student without knowledge of the student and the teacher. That's how it happens. Yeah. Anything
Okay.
else in pipeline? You can ask me now. Anybody can ask me.
Mm, no, I'm
Okay.
not getting any questions. Yeah. It would be good if you can create some task if you get any time, because it would be great to understand how you do it using libraries like simple project. But that is a new approach to understand.
It's already 5. How much time is spending? 5:15.
You are based in
I'm using,
UK or somewhere?
yeah, UK.
Okay.
I need to prepare completely. Otherwise, I don't know. I can, but I can't show my laptop. My office laptop is completely secured,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, got
and
you.
I can't even log in Google Meet. Also, I tried so that I can show, but they are restricting
Okay.
everything.
No problem.
So
We'll
I'll
ask you
prepare
later.
once actually. I'll try to prepare it, and maybe in couple of days I'll come back because it will be there. Session will be there for a long time, right? Uh, I'm trying to. Okay. Continue. I'm trying to get something and I can share with you people if possible.
Thank you.
Okay, so tomorrow we will meet same time. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow we are discussing Git.
Yeah, it is. I will share the details. Okay.
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
real time scenario also we will see. Okay.
Yeah, you will be sending at 10 a.m., right? I'll check those codes
Yeah.
and will save in my.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.